Over here, Jack.
Hey, Dev.
This was built by the Ajman. You sometimes forget that there were great civilizations of such marvelous invention before Aristea. What's up, Jack?
So, you went to university, right? I mean, duh, you were just all, this was built by the Arjman, and I've never even heard of them.
If there's one thing my father expected of me, it was to treat history like a type of scholastic jambalaya and just continue.
Yeah, okay. So, I've read a lot of books, and I know my numbers and stuff like that. It's just...
I don't think I've ever seen you so insecure, Jack. Is it the upcoming fight?
No. Well, yeah, kind of, maybe. Look, the thing is, Sandrak is super educated. You remember how he called me...
In our every meeting, a yipping pup. I remember.
Exactly.
In our every meeting, a yipping pup!
You didn't need to do it again. But yeah, that's, I want to say something like that to him, right? Like, we're fighting and I'm all, yeah, and you're... old. But not like that, obviously.
Oh, I see. An erudite put-down. A deeply cutting tit to his tat.
If that means what I think it does, then very much yes.
Well, let's make one for you. Like you say, Sandrak's very old, and he's...
a stuffed shirt.
Let's work on it. We'll give it right back to him. In our every meeting, so-and-so... Blowhard? Buffoon? Windbag. Bag.
Ooh, buffoon's gonna hurt.
It always does. But something before it. In our every meeting, what? Buffoon. Now, the old bit. Geriatric? Obsolescent? Fossil? Oh, no. Fossilized.
Obsolescent does feel like a Sandrak word.
I mean, he doesn't have a monopoly on it, but it certainly works for our purposes. I think we've got it. Let's test it out. I'm Sandrak. Wait, are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm Sandrak, and I'm bursting with power, and I have that bored patrician look on my face, and I go something like, "Fools for certain, there is no mercy, but of my white hot and brandy make."
Shut the fuck up, you obsolescent buffoon! What do you think?
I mean, just telling him to shut the fuck up is pretty good. He'll absolutely hate it.
Huh. Yeah, I guess you would.
And you really sell that part of it.
Yeah, it feels good. Okay, thanks, Dev.
Happy to help. Now, get up to the control room. I'll join you shortly.
All hands, this is the captain. We've sighted a fleet of Rashanian airships headed our way. Prepare to engage. Prepare to repel boarders!
Airships got a toxin! Action stations! Action stations!
Here we go.
Jack, get to the control room and protect Selko. Zendara and I will hold off the Rashanians down here.
Got it. Gotta get to the control room.
and si vous date! This is stupid. Turn back. There's no reason for your people to lose their lives.
You shouldn't underestimate them. They used to be your people too, remember?
Sandrak's already started binding the font. He'll be unstoppable when he's finished, and there's nothing any of you can do.
Yeah, well, I've still got a trick or two up my sleeve. And you could help.
You know I won't.
Then stop wasting my time.
Selko! Hold still, Captain.
We're here.
The
font is on the bottom of the sea, and he's holding the waters back.
He's draining the font. We gotta go. Now.
Go! Devin can steer in my stead. We'll hold off the Rashanians.
I'll do what now?
You are broken and you are bound, Dream of Caladian. The fault of Aristea was thinking of you as anything more than a tool.
Quiet! Jack! Use your mark to destroy it now!
He doesn't have any such mark, my dear.
What?
Stand down, brother. You could rejoice with me. The work is almost done.
Or you could just shut the fuck up.
Manners. Every moment of your life has existed in the orbit of my own. You cannot describe yourself without mentioning my name. I am the sole catalyst for your sense of purpose. There comes a time when any thrall buckles in their chains. But I never put them there. You see me as your enemy because I don't see you at all. A triumph. Kirkin was left with a fine. Vision! Vantifor. The seer should have been a lesson. Vision! Draw this out for nothing. Keep him at bay. Such power wasted on a missile. That's a miss. Vantifor. Fight like a soldier in the dirt, not a magnet. I need more time. Give that back. Enough! Unforeseen, I can tell. No more. Find him. Do not let him interrupt. Radakal is mine. Let me bring this to a close. Not a miss! No more. Kill the Immortal! What do you hope to do? Enough! There's no grace in your magic, no skill. No more.
Great. I'm back here. The Shrouded Realm. It's just like the Pale Forest. Something about the fonts weakens the barriers between the worlds. Oh, hey. We gotta stop meeting like this. Shit! Wait!
Zendara, on your feet! We've got to go now. The sea's collapsing on itself.
Let it be your tomb.
Or, how about yours?
Get in!
Dead. He's gotta be.
Maybe not dead exactly, but extremely inconvenienced.
We lost the Binding Stone, Jack.
Found it. Hey, where's Zendara?
Already flying back to the Palathon, I suspect. Or searching for some errant Rashanian Harriers to pummel so she can work her aggressions out before speaking to Kirkan.
Wait, what?
You're joking. You completely went against orders at the Shrine Forge, Jack. And you hid it from all of us. You made us look like fools.
What? No, you mean the control mark? Sandrak's gone. We got the Binding Stone. Devin, we just won the war.
Kirkan told you to destroy it, not bring it home.
Devin, you cannot be serious right now.
Just go, Jack. Kirkan's going to be positively beside herself with anger when she finds out what you did. You need to take this seriously. It will go over very badly.
Hi, I'm Jack. Saw you wore the Immortals glyph. Figured I'd introduce myself.
You're the new recruit. I'm the Viscount Hauserel, Lord of Severnridge and Eye of Lavenry. Sorry I missed your induction ceremony, Jack.
On a mission, your lordship?
Sure. And please, just Hauser. Fewer words benefit us all. Honestly, I didn't think anyone would pass selection this time around. No one has in years. So I dallied. Apologies again, I should have been here for you.
No worries. So, what was the mission?
I'm a hexbrand, Jack. Do you know what that is?
Oh, an assassin.
Yes. You can figure out the mission from there.
I didn't think the Immortals had assassins.
Understandable. It's not really tip of the spear now, is it? The Immortals are more than that, it's just Kirkin's favorite way of selling it.
Does she give you a target list? Writs? Devin said writs once.
Call them sanctions. Their approval is a nebulous mix of Lavenry, the Grand Magnus, Circumstance, and myself. Are you interested in taking one on?
Wait, we can do that? How?
The Order of Masks have a group of Magni called the Six that range far from Rasharn. Lucium needs them dead. If you want the sanction, it's yours. That's how we do it.
Being a Viscount, that means you have a claim to the throne, right?
I'm 15th in line and never getting closer. Realistically, you have as much claim as I do.
Uh-huh, sure. What's it like being part of a dynastic house?
It's bad for one's health.
Come on.
Oh, I'm serious. Why else would so many of us train as assassins? There's the ever war between kingdoms, and then there's the little war known in every court in Aveum. They're the same except for scale. Magni obsessed with fighting other Magni for the rule of magic. I have to watch my back on two fronts.
I didn't see you at Nocia when we confronted Sandrak. Were you there?
Answered your own question there, no?
I mean, maybe that was the point. You not being seen. Like you were covering us or something.
Considering what happened, perhaps I should have been. But no, I was away taking care of a few things. An ambassador of Kylay caught wind of the meeting in Nocia. Thought they would show up with a delegation to show their support for Lucium's surrender.
Yeah, they didn't make it.
Funny that.
What's the deal with you and Kirkin? She literally doesn't talk about you. Like, she doesn't even really consider you part of the Order.
I'm sure that sometimes she wishes I wasn't. I'm an Eye of Lavenry as well as an Immortal. She may think the real reason for my being at the Palathon is to keep tabs on her.
But she had to approve you joining us. I don't get it.
Marcello the Lesser, Albus the False Ionetian, the Lord's Grux, the Wax Witch of Deladel. All of them were Kirkin's enemies, here and abroad.
Operative word being were.
Now you understand how I got her endorsement. I'm a useful tool to her, Jack. You should only read Kirkin's silence as a shield of plausible deniability. If we're not seen talking, no one can prove she gave the kill order.
So are you a spy of the king? That's what eyes are, right?
Yes. And I'm one of his personal killers at discretion. Which isn't the same as my role as a hexbrand. But the differences are so labyrinthine that I preemptively bored myself trying to explain them. At its simplest, one is killing for the Crown's interests, the other for magic's.
Magic has interests?
It has colors, shapes, and expressions. Why not? Magic defines its own tenets, and all of it is a system that the Magni have agreed to work within. Hexbrands make sure derivations of that system are at a minimum.
Sandrak.
Were it so easy, he's practically covered in writs. But he's also guarded by the most exceptional hexbrand of them all. The Hand. Getting past her is difficult.
Talk to you later, Hauser. Ambassador Damley,
Hello, Jack.
You're here because of the king's absence. I don't understand.
Sandrak's siege of the capital. It's worsened. The Lightless don't know how bad it is. Kirken's even been given emergency powers by the crown.
The Palathon's the acting capital of Lucium? That means Lavendry's nearly fallen. She never bothered to tell me.
The North will soon be lost to us, Jack. The king's in hiding. I'm surprised you weren't informed, with you being one of Kirken's closest confidants. Curious.
So what does the royal advisor do with the Palathon exactly?
On paper, I'm here to uphold the interests of the royal family and counsel the Grand Magnus on the Immortals' role in the Everwar.
I hear a but in there.
But, since Kirken has enough authority in Lucium now to ignore me, I just skulk about, raiding the Palathon's wine collection and writing spicy letters of fabricated intrigue to the court back home.
I don't buy it.
You caught me. Since the Grand Magnus refuses to let me in, I must resort to simply spying on all of you. I'll be very discreet.
How widely known is it that Sandrak was an immortal?
Too widely for the Crown's liking. Still, given his record and years of service to Lucium, it's hard to hide it without resorting to somewhat amoral magic.
I spent 5 years in the Lights Army with Kirken as my mentor, and I had no idea.
Losing him was a blow. He was a hero to Lucium. Rasham's strongest son, fighting against the corruption of his homeland. Many thought he would win us this war.
Until he became the war. So why did he quit and rejoin Rasharn?
Only one person in the Palathon knows that, and I can guarantee you she won't tell.
I hear Kirken's the only one keeping us from surrendering to Rasharn.
You wound me, Jack. Who do you think convinced the king to speak with her in the first place? After Nocia, confidence in the Palathon's ability to wage this war...
Got shaken a bit?
It cratered.
Ouch.
Kirken and I have our differences, but we both agree that it's crucial for the king to have faith in a Lucian victory. Ask Kalthus what Sandrak's peace looks like.
How well did you know Kirken's predecessor, Thaddeus?
Not at all. His tenure was a long time ago. By all accounts, the Palathon and Lavendry enjoyed a less contentious relationship then. Grand Magnus Thaddeus was very popular in the capital.
Really?
His resignation from the Immortals was a bit of a scandal for reasons I'm not privy to. Naming Kirken as his replacement caused a few raised eyebrows as well, but the royal family traditionally avoids interfering with the hierarchy of your order.
The king. Have you heard anything from him lately?
He's still in hiding. Royal communiques are few and far between. Why do you ask?
It's just, things are escalating.
Everyone feels it. Rasharn too easily presses in across the wound drifts. The forces Sandrak committed to the siege of Lavendry will not withdraw, and the front. If Kirken has a plan, it would be nice of her to share it with me.
I have to go, Ambassador. Orphe?
Candle.
So as a seer, you're what? Like maybe our reconnaissance officer or something? You look for what's coming our way?
We work as an intelligence specialist, yes. Remote recon is part of our duties. You're convincing Zandara to let you walk the path, for example.
That's back a ways, actually. But Kirken said you can see the future, too.
In theory. Half the time.
What?
We know, for example, that you must eventually refrain from making covenant with the low beasts of the field.
Is that code? It sounds like code.
Maybe, but Devon's our codebreaker, so it's best to ask him. Wait. No, you never do. Sounds like it's settled then.
So with your, special sight, do you know who wins the Everwar?
Depending on when we look. Sometimes. Malbiage is winning it now against the Kel. Oh, we're 12,000 years ago. When sigils were worn as crowns.
Not so much then.
Eternal things, like the Everwar or the Aristeia. Time runs out of room to record them. Room and desire. When things get too old, time loses interest.
Yeah, I don't... You know, that sounds weird, right? No offense.
Oh, it's very weird. Aggravating, too. We want to know if Rasharn secures a decisive victory as much as you do. Time's just not paying attention to it.
I've been meaning to ask you about your mask.
It has nothing to do with Rasharn's Order of Masks. They are little more than a broken cult, playing with trinkets and damnation.
Oh, whoa, I totally wasn't gonna make that connection.
The Yakel settled along the western rain valleys long ago. This was before the Gaterond, the cataclysm that claimed them all, except for me.
Hold up, I think you might have skipped ahead.
Oh, we were talking about our tally mask? It shifts through all the faces of my people, each and every one. You're unable to see it, of course. We were the only Yakala to survive. So we wear the rest of their faces in memory.
And it's like the wall of names, your mask. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to upset you.
It's only a mask, Candle. We could never get upset. Sadly, we could not. The Thradakul is an Aristeian art.
Wait, did you just read my mind?
We can't do that. Such magic was outlawed at Atheron.
Okay, but then how did you...
Oh, of course. You're just catching up to the discussion you started. As we were saying, Nosia's fate was hidden from us, as was Sandrak's breach of the War Chamber. The Thradakul is an Aristeian artifact. Those always put tiny perforations in time. Look too close to pasts or futures in their proximity. Pages get torn away.
Huh. Maybe that's how it lay hidden for so long. Seers can't see it clearly.
Nor scrying glass. Sometimes, however, holes in time have movements. Context. Tilt your eyes and predictions can occur. That's how a lot of our counterintelligence is done against enemies using chronoflage. It's unfortunate that no such methods would have worked at Nosia.
Orphe, you're gonna love this one. Turns out Aristeia, the Eternal Empire, they only lasted 2 years.
In a particular version of Aveum. That's true.
I so knew you'd say something like that. The truth is really a time-fuckety thing, isn't it?
We're rubbing off on you. The truth is that their empire's communion with the Fonts awakened a kind of inhuman consciousness in and between the magic of Aveum itself. The Fonts had previously operated independently, but now they were sending messages back and forth through the minds of the Aristeia. And they were so delighted to know loneliness no longer that they created the Untime.
Untime?
The Pentadi called it the Stillness. Civilizations can flourish in it if they can figure out a way to keep hold of causality in a space that has no meaning of the word. They never do. Aristeia has always been forever and yet less than 1,000 days. How's that for time fuckety, my little candle?
Who's got 2 thumbs, a binding mark, and met an Aristeian astral projection? This guy.
Delightful. What were they like?
Well, he talked like... I mean, he kind of like talked like really a little bit fucked up, but like I could totally still understand him, and the other way around.
There were probably semiotocular spores in the air to ease your communications. Like breathing meaning.
That's maybe gross, but also, he was overcompensating or something because he made himself like 40 feet tall.
Perhaps he really was so in life. Judging from their art, they were able to customize their human appearances into extreme forms.
I was really hoping you'd be more impressed. Wait, you first saw me telling you all this already, didn't you?
We have no idea what you're talking about.
Good chat, Orphe. Magister?
Friend!
So how often do you try out for selection?
As seldom as I'm able without bending Light's Army regulations. Don't mistake me. I'm a talented Magnus and fierce patriot, but I'm fortunate enough to be able to contribute to the war effort without.
Without actually serving.
Now, I am required to serve during second summer, unless I talk to the right people. I can't get around that.
You literally just said you can get around it.
Please don't think less of me, my friend. I would defend Lucium to the last. And when I do walk the path, I give it my all. For about 5 minutes. And then a spike impales me, or a spectral nightblade shoots me through the eye. We can't all be you, Jack.
House Belming. That's a military house, right? Sounds familiar.
More military adjacent. I'm in the Hinters business.
The what now?
The Hinters? Apologies. That's a fancy euphemism for fertility fields. My house holds the contracts to construct and maintain all the Hinters for the northeasterly estates of Lucium. The military is our primary customer, of course.
Okay. Act like I'm from Saren and try one more time.
Hinters are stretches of land constructed beneath ley line crossings. The great families use them to influence their offspring's chances of being born with magic, which in turn guarantees that they remain the great families.
So you're telling me that being born with magic is manufactured?
Of course it is. Well, not always. And there are the unforeseen, such as yourself. There's a chance for everyone.
You must want to be an immortal or you wouldn't keep fake dying. But why do you want to be one?
Tut-tut. Nothing about the dying feels fake. It's a psychological horror show. Feeling the pain of your flesh burning off while also being slightly annoyed with yourself as it happens. Ugh, the dissonance of those moments. It scars the psyche, Jack. I do not recommend.
Which means you have a really good reason for wanting the job.
Of course I do. I want to serve Lucium.
Nope, not that one.
One mustn't equivocate, I see. Fine. I reckon it's expected of me, right? Despite the family business and all its wealth, I'm still a scion of a line of Magni, and share the name of a great house. We're not allowed to avoid the order, or we risk bringing shame to our forebears.
I went to the Underdwell in Calthus. Have you ever run into the Allori where you're from?
Mm-hmm. I've had to run the beasts off from my Hinterfields a few times. They scurry out of their holes some nights to sun themselves beneath the ley line nexuses. A bad analogy, as I say it. They feed on magic, you see.
Oh, I know.
We have had to use our lightless soldiers to chase them away. Our Magni refuse to get near the creatures. Dreadful things. Evil. I take it you met a few?
Yeah, their leader, I think. He was cranky, maybe a little violent, but not evil.
Are you sure he was an Allori? That doesn't sound right at all. Maybe he was full. Either way, you're lucky to have come out of there alive.
When's your next go around at selection?
Next year, assuming Rashan doesn't... Well, I mustn't be defeatist.
You know you don't have to be an immortal to join the Light's Army. I mean, a Magnus of your stature would get fast-tracked to officer.
Enlist? I do more for Lucium keeping its magical bloodlines healthy than I would fumbling about as a soldier, my friend.
What do you think the Immortals are? We're soldiers.
Not all. You have intelligence officers that rarely see the field. And you used to have a wealth of non-combatant roles. The Immortals were a massive organization once upon a time, and its soldiers were but a small part. Your order knew better days before Sandrak's ascent. It's a tragedy to see it so reduced.
All right, Belming. I should go. Silas,
Hello, sir.
now that Yothium is secured, do you have your reassignment?
You heard the Grand Magnus at your ceremony, sir. We're either meant for the front, or we're marching north to help Lavenry. The brass is still working out the details.
Have a preference?
The front, sir. Even though that's an airship over the wound and I have no stomach for flight. My mother and brothers are stationed there. Trenchers by trade, the lot of us. The Magnus that owns our debts likes his lightless to fight his families. Has enough pull with the Light's army to ensure it happens.
So how did you end up here?
A clerical error, most like. Things got a bit scrambly when it was apparent Sandrak really meant it this time, going for the ley line tower. But, this way I get to tell Mom I fought alongside the hero of Yothium, right?
How many lightless does your Magnus oversee?
Can't count them all by now. He's been taking on the debts of hundreds of us from the other Magni for years. As I understand it, having an implied private army within the army is a mark of prestige in the dynastic houses. You know, like you'll be doing now that you're an immortal.
Yeah, no, I wasn't planning on it.
Are you serious? Debt collection seems wonderful to me. I mean, us lightless have been trained at the country's expense, and our arms and armor aren't free, are they? It adds up fighting for one's king.
You know that's fucking insane, right? As a general line of thinking.
Huh. Is it? But then, who am I to question the ways of the Magni, sir? I might even be accused of being unpatriotic.
Kirkin was your father's commanding officer at Sundown 10?
Indeed she was, sir. Ages ago. What a harrowing experience that was, by all accounts. My father's still shaken by it. Sundown 10's one of the few battles where Rasharn deployed its Archon battalion. Even though it was a Lucian victory, due to your Grand Magnus, of course, they say the Archons were granted rights of citizenship in Rasharn after that.
Their constructs are citizens?
Just the Archons, sir, for their valor in battle. They're allowed free worship, of what I can't begin to imagine, and have the vote so long as they serve in the Rasharnian armed forces for a span. That's what some of my squad mates used to say anyway, the older ones. It could just be a lightless soldier's tale. You know how fanciful they can be when it comes to ideas of rights and opportunities and such.
That shouldn't have to be fanciful.
Now you're just pulling my leg, sir.
Sundown 10. Kirkin never talks about that battle.
That's strange, sir. She found her glory names there. Fury of the Broken March, the Warbird of Aquil. That's a tradition that's fallen out of favor, names of glory. I don't know why, they sound so crackerjack. Sundown 10's where the Grand Magnus had the accident with her arm, you know?
Hold on, you know that story?
Only as my father tells it. He says that after days and days of fighting, the Grand Magnus ended up overloading her sigil until it just fused into her arm.
Sigils are used to level your magic. That shouldn't have happened.
Father did say the Grand Magnus was arguing with her sigil constantly to lift that restriction. One day it finally gave in.
What? You can't do that.
I don't know, sir. She can be very intimidating.
When did you join the Lights Army?
When I was 13, sir. Mom and Dad thought it best if I went in before draft age. They feared if I went in with the normal conscripts, I'd learn all the wrong lessons. You know how they're always so rebellious at that age.
A bit. Still, that's stupidly young to be on the field, Silas.
I don't know. The king led his first charge when he was 12. Into the lines of the Red Colonel's rebels, no less.
Yeah, but the king is a Magnus of the strongest bloodline in Lucium, and he was riding a howler.
Yeah, and armored head to toe in unbreakable glimmer-spiked silver. I know. So if your king set such an example, me crossing my first swords at 13 doesn't seem so audacious, now does it?
I'd better go.
This is the front. The bulk of the Light's army musters there, ready for the big push. I've run through the war games countless times. When Sandrak had the Binding Stone, our chances were slim to none. All these soldiers, when you look at them, Jack, what do you see?
I know you want me to say I see loyalty or duty or something like that. All right, that way I can step into some irony or whatever you can use to... Look, I know you're using this as some kind of preamble to tell me you're angry with me.
I am goddamn furious.
I'm sorry. I got to the Shrine Forge and there was a choice I could make.
No, there wasn't. There wasn't a choice. Who told you there was a choice? Zendara, you were as field commander. Did you get to the Shrine Forge and say, make it up as you go along?
No, sir. Our objective was to figure out a way to destroy the Binding Stone.
Then why is it in my war chamber, Commander?
I gave no indication that we were to deviate from that objective, sir.
So you're telling me that you're unable to control your people? Is that it?
Don't yell at her. I did it.
Chain of command, Jack. And I'm getting to you.
Okay. If I can just say one thing. That right there is unnecessary with that right there. I got us control of the ultimate weapon. And we can roll right now into Rasharn by ourselves and force their surrender without firing a shot.
Oh, you've got it all worked out. I didn't realize that.
Am I the only one in the room that sees the last 24 hours as an unbelievable victory? I mean, what part of Ultimate Weapon don't you like?
The part where it's a corrupted Aristean artifact, Jack. When we all know Aristean is really just another word for weapons from yesteryear that we are absolutely unprepared for.
Maybe you're unprepared.
And you aren't? When I found you, the only thing you were prepared for was exploding and taking the rest of Saren with you.
The last time I talked with Sandrak, he pulled the same "you wouldn't exist without me" lecture you are. So you're a little late to the party, sir.
You will go back to the Shrine Forge and get the mark you were ordered to in the first place.
Can't do it.
And then you will come back here and destroy this thing.
Oh, no, I'm being for real. I can't. The machine, it broke.
Don't fuck with me, Jack.
Are you serious right now?
I'm not. And I am. All right, and I can control it. Why can't you see that?
You can't control it. No one can. What if Sandrak really isn't gone, and he gets it back? What then? It stays here, under lock and key. Take it to the vault.
You're making a mistake.
Take it to the goddamn vault!
Come see me at the scrying hub.
Can it wait? I need some time to cool off. Kirkin tore me a new one.
No, it can't wait, Jack. Come see me right now.
Okay, what's the big deal?
You two, give us the room. Move! Room, seal and set scrying wards. Remember when Sandrak breached the Palathon that one time? What fun! And afterwards it was up to me to strengthen our security enchantments against Roshanian magic.
Yeah?
Well, they worked. Who the hell is Luna, Jack?
Just stop, Luna. Rosharn doesn't have its own colors. How can you even ask me that?
What is it? Some kind of spectral projection? The real question is, who are you communicating with?
Wait, are you spying on me?
Are you spying on us? Is this Luna a Roshanian agent?
No! Yes, she grew up with me in Saren. She took care of us. Turns out... Look, it's so messed up, Dev. Luna's...
The friend you say is dead, which is very sad, but also very not true, because it turns out she's a Roshanian agent.
Worse. She's the hand of Sandrak.
Oh, do me a favor!
I know. I swear I was going to tell you. You already kind of knew. You noticed me looking at her in one of our briefings.
She can hear our mission briefings?
No. At least she says she can. And I believe her, because when we mind link or whatever, I can't see or hear anything around her either. It's not... It's a corrupted spell, Devin, not some kind of covert intelligence device thing. I promise. Thaddeus cast a Rosharnian spell. That's what you detected, so we could walk around in each other's heads, and she got in somehow. I didn't say anything because I wasn't sure what to do. I thought maybe I could convince her of something I hadn't come up with yet, all right? It's messy. But I was never going to let her hurt us.
You said she killed Thaddeus.
Well, I was never going to let her hurt us after that. Devin, come on. She didn't interfere in the Deep Mirror. She hasn't come after us since this whole mindfuckery stuff happened. And now that Sandrak's dead, we can...
Stop it. Just stop. I think you should leave.
Okay. I'll, be in my room.
The Palathon. You should leave the Palathon. This is bad, Jack.
You're serious?
Whatever I decide to tell Kirkin, I'll let you know beforehand.
how to do this. We need to talk. Can you, show up?
Hey, kid. Fancy that. I was just about to reach out. Bet you some wires got crossed.
Thaddeus?
Don't get spooked now. I ain't a ghost. Turns out...
Something went wrong with your mind walk spell?
Hey now, that spell would have worked just fine if it weren't so rudely imposed upon. Now I keep getting visions of you and that girl and...
Same here. Well, not with you. This is the first time with you.
Well, I guess you just know everything about everything.
I didn't know you were alive. I've been telling everybody you were killed.
Sorry to disappoint. Suits me better that way, to be honest. I've been getting a little long in the shadow lately, and too many folks are starting to know where I'm getting to it.
The hell?
Sorry, Rook's on my ass about telling you to get over here. We need to talk about Sandrak. Man alive, would you shut up?
I'm telling you, the kid's gonna be trouble.
Huh? What kid?
Your boy, Jack, the Immortal. Who? The pants of hair.
Oh, yeah. I'm getting old.
No, I'm old. I remember when there was no food. I remember when humans first started getting all googly-eyed about magic.
All right. You're ancient. I'm still old. So, what's the problem, kid?
Brought the Everwar to my doorstep.
No. Now, see, Sandrak's the one doing that. This Jack kid's doing his damnedest to stop it. Good egg. Still thinking...
I had a name every time I heard that one of your humans got to go too grandeur, so wide they thought they could actually end the Everwar. I'd have...
Never said he was gonna end the war. He was gonna end Sandrak. Go on then. Got enough nails to do what?
I can't remember.
Carpentry thing, that's right.
Look, it don't matter. I just want you to hear what I'm saying. This kid is gonna cause us both a world of hurt. It took me and mine a long time to grab the Underdwell out from under the Calth. Now I've got Rashanians sniffing around the edges. One day they're gonna decide it's not as dangerous as they'd heard and come right in.
I suspect.
I'm tired of my people dying to your people. Don't make me regret letting you take up residence here after your whole domestic quarrel back in Lucium.
Look who finally decided to show.
Hey, kid. Sit a spell.
Gentlemen, it's good to see you alive, Thaddeus. How did you...
How's are for later. We gotta talk.
God damn. You been to the Shrouded Realm again?
Yeah. Every time I'm near a font when it gets absorbed, I just shift over there. Then I see the Pentasod and pow, I'm back.
Huh. Pentasod must like ya. It don't normally do that. As a general rule, crossing over is a one-way street.
This absorbed font you're talking about. It happened to be where you think you saw Sandrak die?
Rhetorical question, kid. It was. That's how Sandrak got himself into the Shrouded Realm.
Do what now?
There was likely a tiny hole left there where the font was. A sliver, lingering a bit between worlds. Probably crawled his mangy ass through it in the nick of time. Lucky son bitch.
Back up. What makes you think Sandrak went to the Shrouded Realm?
'Cause he crawled back out. Recently. He's close by, too. I can smell him.
There's a snuffed out font over here in Kelthus. That's where he probably is. Take this. It'll bring you right to him. I figure he'll be weak, convalescing and whatnot. He ain't moved, from what we can gather. Pulling himself back, probably about tore him to shreds.
Why not use the font that would have taken him to Rasharn?
Rasharn's a dangerous place for a tyrant showing weakness. Sandrak has enemies at court. He's smart to avoid them if he can.
All right then. Round 3.
Sandrak will have summoned his personal guard to watch over him. You won't be able to avoid him.
You know what that means, right? The girl. She'll be there alongside all your unfinished business.
Thanks, guys. I'd ask you to help, but you would have offered by now.
Yeah, I'm still on the mend after getting gut-shot by your aforementioned friend.
And my kind live in a cave for a reason, kid. Out there, we tend to get killed by folks less enlightened than yourself. But good luck, and make it hurt.
Before you leave, kid, hit up that
Guess I'll give this spell a try. Next time, fellas.
Not right now, Jack.
Devin, please. This is going to sound crazy, but you have to listen to me. I just spoke with Thaddeus.
You're right about the crazy.
Listen, Sandrak's alive. Hurt, but alive. You need to lock the vault down tight. Put the whole Peloton on alert.
I'm on my way. Can't let you face him alone.
No, if I fail here, Sandrak will come for the Binding Stone. You have to be there to stop him. Find Sandrak.
Munishadatish. Odlet Leome.
Are you sure sending them away is a good idea? You can't talk me out of this.
No one here needs to die.
But they really do, though.
Let him live and we'll pull our forces from the front. You have the Binding Stone. You've won the war. He'll see that. He listens to my counsel. Sandrak's not the warmonger your Grand Magnus makes him out to be. He won't let Roshanians fight a battle we can't win.
Listen to yourself. Have you completely forgotten? He's been trying to conquer the world since we were kids?
Kirkin drove him to that. He used to be one of you.
I don't care.
I'm asking you to care. To make it stop here. You've handed her the Binding Stone, the control of all magic. And she's still going to invade Roshan just to make an example of us. Both of our people will die for no reason at all. One of us has to be the first side to quit.
Our people, huh?
Grow up. We can change how this works, Jack. The war, all of it. Right here. You and I. We can get them to listen. Remind them that the real goal is healing the wound.
Children.
Stop!
Julian Zochi, Wanilorchi Zecham, Esherar Tadelianar, Noeshasa. Surrender is for Lucians. Where are you, Thradakul?
Leave it. Come home to the front. They need to see their leader alive, and with them as the Lucians approach. They need help.
I won't take the advice of someone whose loyalty is so obviously divided.
The Binding Stone's too far for that to work, genius.
I'm not bringing it to me. I'm bringing myself to it. Ah, the Parathon Vault, of course.
No! Wait!
This will give them hope.
Well, shit.
Holy shit! Oh! Come on! Devin! Sandrak's inside the Palathon. You gotta raise the alarm.
What? That's not possible. Oh dear.
Oh dear what?
Portals opening all over. Nightblade's inbound.
I'm coming. I need to find Devin. Here they come.
Ravaging the Artemis!
How the hell is this happening?
Sandrak pulled himself to the Binding Stone somehow.
The Binding Stone you didn't destroy?
Yeah, that one. Thanks.
Brilliant.
I couldn't stop him! It came out of nowhere!
Captain, rally our people and secure the upper floors. And if you see it starting to turn, signal all hands for an evacuation.
Flyers, crafts, and drop skiffs. This is Captain Selko.
Sandrak is heading to the path. Kirkin's intercepting, but I won't make it in time. The font—
On it, sir. Devin, lock this area down until backup arrives.
Hell I will. If Sandrak absorbs the font, the Palathon goes into free fall.
You can't help, Devin. I've got the mark. It's the only thing that stands a chance against him right now.
Glad to have you back.
More coming in!
Hold your ground!
Hold the line here.
Understood. Good luck.
Sir, this is Jack. I'm closing in on your location. Do you copy? Damn it. To move.
It won't be a court-martial, Sandrak. It will be incineration. I highly encourage you to think about this.
How could you? Generations of Roshanians unable to produce Magnite.
Good.
Families agreed at the Conclave of Gulhad.
To hell with Gulhad. All Gulhad did was pretend the Everwar was polite.
You've crippled them, Kirkan. You've single-handedly damaged Roshan's society beyond repair. Their culture, all their lives to come. My people.
You've served the Immortals for 30 years. You've warred against Roshan the whole time. You don't get to decide when they're your people and when they're really your people.
I will go to Labyrinth. I will expose this abominable operation and your role in it.
The king endorsed this operation. He was also the one that insisted it be kept from you until its success was verified.
I will tell them. The consuls of Lucia, the world...
We'll kill you first.
Now. This will be a liberation. They've squandered your power on this place. This cheap theater. I think we're past that trick now, don't you?
This place is alive, Sandrak. You'll kill her and everyone aboard the Palathon if you absorb that font.
I'll carry their memories with me. But winning at all costs requires a resilience to sin. You told me that.
No! Wait!
Even the Pentasad has reason to fear me now.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Devin! What did you do?
I won.
Just run, Jack. It's okay.
No! Don't!
I'm alive. Just hold on, Jack.
Oh, what is that smell? Oh, seriously, it's like something died in here.
It's sarin. You've just forgotten how much it reeks.
You saved me.
That's what friends are for, right? You're finally looking better.
What's that?
Sandrak won, Jack. You remember that? A little while after the Palathon fell, these shackles just appeared on the arms of every Magnus on Aveum. They block our access to the ley lines. Magic. Sandrak controls all of it.
The war's over.
Well, not all Magni have lost their power. The loyal ones out there still have their sigils. Not so much for fugitives like me.
Rosharnians have occupied the city?
Every city, as far as I can tell. There are some holdouts. Glavegate, a few of the Claylish Isles. But their magic is gone too. They won't last.
This is my fault. All of it.
I'm so sorry. You dream of it all the time. Of your friend, Devin. I experience it through you. Our mind link still works despite these.
That's how I saw them save you. Capture you.
A bit of both. Rasharn needed Magni, though, so I went from prisoner to war college pretty fast.
And that's all it took for you? To renounce Lucium and everything? Free tuition?
1, don't ever knock free tuition. 2, I renounced Lucium when I found out why Rashawn desperately needed Magni. How awfully Lucium and Kirkin have treated their enemies. You and your friends pretty much worked for the bad guys, Jack.
Oh, and Sandrak's not king of the world, batshit insane. Look, I don't care. Did any of the others make it?
I don't know. I barely caught you in time.
I need some air.
You won't like what's out there.
Are you afraid one of them will recognize you?
Not outside of the uniform.
Rasharn's really enjoying this.
This isn't Rashawn. This is the Moorbane.
The who?
Sandrak's butcher. These are his soldiers. Not even part of the army, really, just a pack of wild dogs. Sandrak's punishing Saren because of me.
So these holdouts you mentioned... Gladegate still resisting Sandrak and Kalthus? That's interesting. My friend, my field commander, Zendara, she's Kalthusian royalty. If she survived the Palathon, she'll have fallen back to Gladegate. If I could get there.
Big if. There he is. The Moorbane.
Saren, these whispers of rebellion, they make your children weep. Accept anguish. Internalize it.
That prisoner with him.
You'll be more
Their lights on
at peace. Hiding these
It's an execution.
Revolution army. We all know it hurts them worse in the end.
Sandrak's not the warmonger you make him out to be. Huh? Remember saying that to me? I can't take in much more of this. I gotta get out of here.
I think a big patrol goes by up ahead. Let's stop here for a bit. Sandrak did have a plan, you know. It was sound, actionable, and in the end, the world would have benefited from the war we were waging.
You sound like Kirkin.
Don't ever compare me to her. Look, I can't justify what Sandrak's doing now. He's lost his fucking mind. But there was an honor in him that your Grand Magnus could never even pretend to have. I know you saw a different side to her. And probably...
You keep dancing around something. You obviously want to tell me about Kirkin. So just do it.
Out in the open? Sure, why not? Rashawn hasn't produced a Magnus in 10 years, Jack. Magic doesn't take to our people anymore.
What does that have to do with Kirkin?
She's the one that sent the Immortals that did it. They infiltrated their way to the Hanging Isles, poisoned the ley lines across the skies of Rashawn. All of our children have been born lightless ever since.
Wait, what? Is it permanent?
We don't know. No one's been able to lift the curse. Not even Sandrak with the Binding Stone. Without new magic coming in, Rashawn's culture and traditions are dying. You understand the horror of it, right?
Kirkin's ruthless, but she wouldn't poison the ley lines like that.
You don't believe me?
I believe Sandrak blames her for it. Because of course you would.
The connection our magical bloodlines have with the ley lines is gone. Wiped out. Sterilized.
So that's why Rasharn kidnaps Magni from other countries? Who are the bad guys again?
In a few years' time, Rashawn would have been unable to defend itself in the Everwar. So Sandrak took shortcuts to end it.
I'll say.
Just thought you should know how we really got to this point.
Are we done here?
I don't know. Are we?
What made you decide to bring us to Saren?
Because you're heavy. I knew I wouldn't have flight for long, and Saren was close. Anyway, we grew up here. More than half of that time hiding from someone or another that meant us harm. Figured we could use that to our advantage. The Moorbane, though, he's something I didn't count on.
It's strange being here.
It really is, huh?
The whole time I served in the Lights Army, I never came back. A lot of bad memories.
Bad smells.
The worst. I was out for a month, huh? What else did I miss?
News from the outside world? It's rare. I only learned about Glavegate because I overheard the Roshanians talking about it.
What about the front?
No such thing. The Lucian lines fell back, dissolved. Lots of Lights Army hiding along the coasts of Calais now. Oh, a few of the Sky Clans of Orman put up a fight, until Sandrak threatened to pull the magic out from under their floating islands.
So essentially, it all sucks.
Oh, it gets better. There have been whispers about the Pentasod lately, that something's wrong with it.
Wrong how?
I don't know. It's hard to tell from here.
Any way we can get a message to my friend at Glavegate?
Farkall's stones are dead, couriers only work for Sandrak, and Kalthus is on the other side of the wound.
So there's a chance.
After the Palathon, Sandrak immediately cut off communications across Aveum. The first step to total control is enforcing silence. And I'm the Never mind.
What's wrong?
As the Hand, I ran counter-surveillance for the Order of Masks, cataloging enemy command networks to find out where they were most vulnerable. He used what I built for him. I can't take that pot back.
You were fighting a war, Luna. That's how you do it. What made you go rogue and save me from the Palathon?
Seriously?
You told me. The next time we see each other, one of us is going to kill the other. Just saying. That turned out different.
Sandrak was... he was changing. It became less about fixing wrongs done to Roshan and more about just hurting everyone. About domination. That's not what I signed up for.
Oh. Thought it might be because we were best friends.
Look, the cave in Kalthus? There was a moment there where you hesitated. Where you heard me.
We can change how this works, Jack. The war, the wound, all of it.
Right. We had a chance at peace. Kirkin and Sandrak were just in the way. You saw that. Of course I was going to save you.
I'm done. Let's go. Great.
I'll take care of it.
Novitastali magnosar.
Enzunanen, numichin, nuzerdaten yodomu.
Voyerashar.
Ugh!
Hey!
Tukas. Okasar me ilen.
Leave her alone. We're just going home.
Zelentas. Et uses tu mitasam. Stare at the ground.
Just do what they say.
Achiriesi desam. Cesara yesti de domo. Cesa usesam duraicha inean.
I could have destroyed it. The Binding Stone. I had the chance and didn't take it. Now this.
You did what you thought was right. That's a hard thing to do, you know? Most people avoid conviction.
I got him killed.
And take tenchi to Zevet.
It was mine, let me go!
Ni esher enshan
I listened to the kid.
Jack, wait!
I can't take it.
Kunshi esher magashi.
Your arm!
Holy shit.
How did you do that?
The mark must still be tied to the Binding Stone. So, it can undo its magic. We need sigils.
Shit! Come on, we'll take the lift.
What are we... The safe house is the other way.
I stashed our gear someplace else. It's close.
Good. When word of that fight gets out, things are gonna pop off.
Word got out.
You know, I just realized I never said thanks for saving my life.
Now it's in danger again. Go you.
Holy shit. It's... home.
What's left of it? Our armor, sigils, they're all in there.
5 years. And no one's even bothered to rebuild the place. Love what you've done with the place. Where's the stash? That's the stuff.
Don't laugh.
What are you doing?
Seeing if I can fly
It's
yet.
not working.
You don't say. My connection to the ley lines is still pretty shit.
It'll get there. In the meantime, I guess we take the elevator to topside.
They've got it locked down with wards. I know how to break them, though.
Let's split up. I'll get to the elevator controls, take out the guards there, we meet back up, and...
And get the fuck up on out of here. It's a plan.
Hey, wait. I held on to this for you.
You kept this? Why?
Why do you think? Hold on to it. You know, in case we don't see each other again. Luna, I'm almost at the elevator.
I deactivated the wards. Hold tight. I'll be there soon.
Last immortal.
Oh, the Moorbane. Thought you'd show.
Sandrick thought you might return here. Gutterets prefer a familiar nest. Where's the traitor? I kill you both, I can finally leave this shithole and have it all thrown into the wound. There's no...
Remembered how to fly. let's go. Jack, you need to see this.
That's new. And awful.
It's causing the wound to spread faster now. Sandrak summoned so much magic up from the Shrouded Realm that it's boiling over.
It's too concentrated to hold. Especially if you're also keeping everyone else's magic in check.
I know he doesn't see this as his fault. He's probably just offended by it. As if the Pentasod was denying him some final lordship.
I can buy us some time. I gave everybody their magic back.
You did not.
I did it for us. What's the difference?
Scale? You're earnestly being humble, and I don't know what to do with it.
Let's find a portal to take us to Glavegate. Meet up with Zendara and whoever else is there.
I'm not going to Glavegate.
What? No, don't worry about Zendara. I'll explain how you're on our side now in a conversation I'm honestly not feeling 100% about right now.
But I'm not. Not really. I'm done, Jack. I've turned against my own people. I can't go back to Rashawn. Lucium is no longer my home. I'm just done fighting for either of them.
Come on. Don't leave me again. Help me.
I told myself that I'd go when you were on the mend.
Well, just disappoint yourself and don't do that.
I'm sorry. I can't bring myself to fight him.
You have to, Luna. The wound is spreading. We don't know how much longer we have.
We don't need to. My best friend's going to stop it.
I need to get to Glavegate and find Zendara. slave gate. Gotta get down there and find Zendara.
Reform our lines. The next wave is on its way. I thought you died. With Devon.
I'm just here to help. Feels like you need it.
We were able to push them out here beyond the wall once our magic came back. That was you, wasn't it?
Yeah. I made a mistake. Trying to fix it.
Here's your chance.
Thaddeus?
Good to see you, kid.
You too.
Yeah. Thought you could use some more guns.
I'll take it. Hold this position while Jack and I reinforce the main gate. been no word from Kirkin since the Palathon fell.
So, this is it, huh? We're what's left of the Immortals?
We?
Hey now, alumni count.
Jack of Saren!
Speaking of alone...
You're to come to my flagship alone, or I'll kill everyone here. I've let the Queen's rebellion go on long enough as it is.
You can try.
Don't go crawling his hump, kid. Not yet.
Hump his what?
It means don't go picking a fight. I think I might know why he's here. Sandrak! Been a minute.
Ted, you look well.
Well, you don't. You look wicked. Like a root grown wrong where the earth didn't want it.
Who's picking a fight now?
Shh. Watch. He's gonna bind him to an oath.
I'm surprised you've come out of hiding.
Yeah, weren't my first choice, but I owed the kid a favor. You mean it about him? He goes with you, he's safe? Gaius Arastaya, Ueno Rajachi.
Ometedeliame, Atameni.
We'll be there in due course.
You just signed me up for what?
Clean out your ears. He said you're going to his flagship. Can you think of a better way?
To die?
No, dummy. To figure out what Sandrak's plan is. The wound expanding this much, this fast? He knows he done fucked up. Thinks he needs another Treyarch to help him fix it.
You have nothing to back any of that up.
Now look, Sandrak went so nut-nut, we got no choice.
I'll go. He's right.
Jack, I'm so glad you're alive.
Kirkin, holy shit, where are you?
Sandrak's flagship. I've been his guest for some time now.
Better get back to Greyvale.
Lucia ani ozat.
Vartu!
Forgive us for starting early. Lavinish wolf herring is a frail plate at this altitude.
I lost my appetite when you started threatening my friends.
Ah, the misplaced, puff-chested vigor of youth. That's what was missing from the menu. You really are missing out. I resurrected the herring just for this occasion. A Lucian delicacy now extinct, a victim of the war, doomed to Kirkin's gallery of vanished things, save for tonight. From the ether to your dish. Salute.
At least you have your divine priorities straight.
You're referring to the problem we're having with the wound.
We've been working on a way to fix that.
What is that? And hold on, you're working with him?
I can conquer the world, Jack. But I can't save it. The wound widens faster every day now. With the power of the fonts, it obeys all of my commands. Except to stop.
Maybe you broke it.
This isn't me. The locus of energy at the base of the Pentasad? It's called the Maladar.
The Aristean sign of the apocalypse.
I know you've seen the Pentasad shrouded form, Jack. The so-called King of Magic. Simultaneously standing there in the center of the wound as if celebrating its hold on us, while skulking about in the dark below like some chthonic puppeteer. This thing we blindly venerate? It's a demon, some wrathful god of old that loathes to share its wealth. When the Magni first learned to harness the ley lines, the Pentasad created the wound out of jealousy to punish them. Magic isn't destroying the world. The Pentasad is.
Luna said you'd say something just like this.
The Maladar it opened is one last gambit against the man who threatened to replace it. I want you to travel to the Shrouded Realm with me. Together, we can kill it.
Kill it?
The ship we built will take you there.
Wait, you're seriously on board with this?
This is Aveum in a matter of days, Jack. We have to stand together on this. I can see no other way.
Two things. First, you let me try to talk to it before we resort to violence. There has to be another solution. Second, I'm going to kill you when we're done. For Devon.
These terms are entirely fair.
Okay. Let's go.